So how do you get people to actually read your blog post that you wrote? Well, you got to tell them about it. So if you want people to know that your blog post exists, you're going to have to share it with them, from social media to email marketing, which is what I'm going to teach you in this video. So we wrote a blog post yesterday, and now I'm going to show you how to share it. So if sharing your blog post feels awkward, this is going to help. And I don't want you to think of promoting your blog post as bragging. It's more of helping you as a blogger to get traffic to your blog post. It's not really for family and friends. It doesn't even matter if anyone necessarily clicks on the links. By sharing this content out on social media and email lists, Google gets signals all throughout the internet saying, this blog post is being shared everywhere. First, they know it exists, and second, they're getting signals saying that people like it. So they don't know that it's you sharing the blog post. So it doesn't matter if it's you or if it's family and friends. It just matters that you actually shared it on social media, out on the internet, to your email list, or wherever you're going to share the link. You could even share it in a text message if you wanted to. And to be honest, most bloggers never even get people to read their blogs because they don't share their work. But today, we're going to fix that, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a few minutes or less. And you're not supposed to master platforms today. I just want you to press share at least once on one of the platforms that we talk about. And if you're new around here, welcome to day 6 of my Get Started Blogging Challenge, where I'm showing you in 1 week how to start your own blog, make it live, and get your very first blog post published, even if you're starting at 0, which, in case you missed some of the prior episodes, in the last couple episodes, I showed you how to set up your website and your blog with GoDaddy and WordPress hosting, and then how to actually write your first blog post. And then we came back and optimized it for SEO so that it would show up in search results and Google can find it. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually promote your blog post and get people to read it. So if you miss any of those, there's an entire playlist that you can check those out, as well as a download that you can pick up to go along with all these episodes and check all those little boxes off to make sure that you're doing all the steps it takes to get started blogging from start to finish. Link in the description below this video, as well as on my website, borntoblogclub.com. And if we haven't officially met, I'm Blogging Brandy. Okay, so now I want to show you how to actually share the blog post that we created, whether it's your blog post or any blog post. I just want to show you how to actually share it, what I mean by that. So if we went into our blog on Catitude Chaos is where we did this for Johnny's cat blog, and we had a list of all his favorite cat quotes. So we would just go to his blog post, and we're going to see the URL for his blog post up here in this little URL area. So this one is his website, catitudechaos.com, and then / my favorite cat quotes. And you can see it has spaces and dashes. And so that's kind of natural where that comes from, that the website generates that, and you can set that up. But all we're going to do is take this link, and when you share your blog post, you're probably going to want to put a title in it. So ultimate list of cat quotes, funny, short, and famous quotes for cat lovers. So we're going to take this title. The most important thing is this link, but we're going to borrow this title real quick. And so let's go over to Pinterest, and you can see kind of what pins Johnny's already created, but we just want to create a pin. So we want to go to Pinterest, we want to say create a pin. The first thing you always have to do on Pinterest is add a photo. So we're going to add a photo here, and I already created a pin, but you could use your blog post photo. It's going to look a little bit different because you can see that Pinterest pins are obviously long form versus your blog posts. If you go into Canva, that's where I created this. So you can create all kinds of social media little templates, but I just went into Canva and then I typed in a pin for Pinterest, and so I could do a Pinterest pin. I just created this pin real quick in Canva, and then I uploaded it over here to Pinterest. I'm going to add the title here, and then you're going to want to add a description. For right now, we're just going to copy the same thing. And then we want to add this URL link right here. This is the most important part. So then we go back over to Pinterest. We come back down here and it says link. So you're going to add your link right here. And then you can choose a board and you can choose tags and all kinds of things that you can do here. So you can say cat life, cat quotes. We already have a board for that. And then cat quotes. I don't know if those are in here or not, but we can just put cat, or animal quotes was one that just came up. So we're just going to put that in here. You can always add stuff later. You can schedule this to publish later, but we're just going to publish it now so that we just have a link here back to our blog post. And I just want to show you what it looks like. Schedule. We don't want to schedule. Whoops. So we just want to hit publish now. So we're going to hit publish. And now it says, do you want to view it? So we can go view what it looks like. And so now you can see that it's here. And if you go to this visit site link, it's going to take you over to the actual blog post itself on Johnny's website. And so now this is a link out on Pinterest. If you go back over to our profile, we'll be able to see this for created pins. So now you can see we created this pin, and he's created a lot of different pins, but this one specifically goes back to our website. And then I'll usually like it or leave a comment on it and say, save this pin, you know, or something like that. But you just comment on it to show Pinterest there's some activity, and you can highlight it. So that's on Pinterest. So that's easy peasy. You're done with Pinterest. And then you can also do the same exact thing. You're just going to go over, and you can almost do this all at the same time, but it just depends what platforms you're going to do this on. For Instagram, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to say, go look at the link in my bio, because when you share on Instagram, you can't share the links. So if you notice on Instagram, links don't highlight, only the profiles themselves do. So you have to say that the link is in the bio, and that's how I upload these. So it's the same thing. So you're just going to hit create, and you could do a post, and then it's going to ask you for the photo that you're going to add. So you do the same exact thing, and you can crop it. I just hit next. This is going to say, this is the link, but this, we're not going to share this really here because it's not going to make sense. It's not even going to highlight, but you can put it there and you can say link in your bio. But we just could say ultimate list of cat quotes. So we can say, hey, check out our ultimate list of cat quotes, funny short for cat lovers. Link to website in bio. And so you can add this in here, but it's just not going to highlight. That's the thing. And then you would just hit share. And you could share this, but it's not going to share the link. It's not even going to tell the internet that the link exists. So the best way to do that is to actually add the link into your profile on Instagram. See, this showed up right here, and you can see how it looks. So you can just say, hey, check out our ultimate list of cat quotes. And then we said link to website and bio. So it looks kind of janky. I would have put hashtags in it and everything else, but it's there, okay? And we can go back, we can delete it if we want, and it doesn't have to stay there. So we can delete the cat quote if we didn't like it. That's why I said you have this link right here, and it'll take you to the website, but you could change that link to the blog post. But that's a little bit more work when you're doing this on Instagram. So you could share it in a story in all kinds of other ways, because you can actually add a link in your story. You can also do the same thing over here on Twitter. If you wanted to share your post, you can just say ultimate list of cat quotes and share the link. I would add hashtags, and that way people would actually find it. So this will pull up a photo, but you could add this in here, and you're just going to post this on your profile. And so now it says your post is sent. We're going to view it. So now you can see this links back to the website. And again, it's just taking you back. So there's another link out there sharing to Twitter, and I'll go in there and like it. But you could add the link down here in a reply. There's different ways to do this. And you could pin that if you wanted to. You could pin it to the top of your profile. Then the other place you might want to share it would be Facebook. So maybe you come over to Facebook. Now the thing about Facebook is you don't really want to put links in the actual description, but you can say link in comments. I like to put the link in the comments. That way Facebook doesn't suppress your actual post, but get your little photo that you made. I would put a hashtag in here. And then I would hit next and I would share this public. Once you share this, then you'll see over here that now you need to go add the link. So I would just add the link right here and just put it in your comments. And on Facebook, I always like the post, and I'll go down here and like this little comment with the link. And again, you can click over and see the link. Same thing with LinkedIn and any other social media platform. They're all a little bit different. And then of course I can also send an email. So I could just send a regular Gmail. I have an email list set up, which I'll show you how to do on the borntoblogclub.com in MailChimp. And it's free, at least as of right now, of this taping for your first like 250-ish contacts. And right now you can set up what's called an RSS feed. So if you're just getting started, you can set this up and it'll send out a little email every time you have a blog post go out, and you don't even have to do anything. So every time I post a blog, this email actually goes out to all of my people. And I just set that up right here in MailChimp. I've already set up this RSS feed for MailChimp, but you can also just go over, once you're in MailChimp and set up an account, you can go over to your campaigns and set up and create an email in here. So you just go through here and it'll walk you through the steps to actually design an email, and it'll look like this when you're done. So it's not hard at all to do this, to go through and just design an email with MailChimp. You can design your email, you can customize it, you just go through and pick something and apply it and set up your email. And so you can add a little button down here, you could add your little website link, let them know that they need to go to your website, and you would put a little photo in here. You could use the same photo, the one from your blog post, or you could use your Pinterest pin. And so this is literally just how I would do this. I would go in here, I would set this up, and then tell people to go read these cat quotes. So I've got a whole list of these cat quotes that I want them to know about. And this is so easy to do. And if I mess up, I just go back. But you're just going to go into these little blocks, let them know that they can go read these cat quotes. So you're going to want to customize this a little bit more, but you could go in here and have this set up to send out, and it's going to look like this one that I was sending out. So I added a header and my announcements and everything, and it's going to take time. You can customize all the little social media, all this more and more, and you'll get better at it and faster at it, and it'll be easier. But this is a quick, easy way. You can send a test email, see what it's going to look like, but even if I'm in MailChimp, all I have to do is just go back in here. I can save as a template. I can change the template. I can hit save and exit. And I can come back. I can view what it's going to look like before it goes out and click the links and make sure that everything's going to work. Now, obviously, I'd want to say, instead of add button, I'd say click here. But you can see, even from the MailChimp email, it takes us back to the blog post. So whether it's set up for RSS to go out automatically or you send it individually from MailChimp, it's pretty self-explanatory. So you'll add your subject line in here, and your subject line could just be ultimate list of cat quotes. So you would just add these little details in before you send it, and you don't have to get too specific, but you're going to see, you can send yourself a little test email right here and look at what it's going to look like before it actually goes out. So you would just go through here, choose all your little settings, then you're going to hit send, and you'll send this out. Once you share your blog post from your blog, you're going to go over here, click on your blog post. You can use the content from your blog post to help create your social media post, but at least use your title, a couple hashtags, and then make sure that you use this link and share it. That's the most important thing, is to actually share this link on social media, on email, and send all these little pings and signals to Google from the internet, and letting the internet know, hey, have you seen this blog post yet? Oh wow, no, I haven't. And so it's just all these little signals telling Google and the internet that this blog post exists and that you need to go read it, and then people are sharing it. So you don't have to pick all of the social media platforms or emails. Today's action, all I want you to take is share your blog post on one platform and then walk away. I know that sharing feels awkward, and it's because you care. It's this little piece of work that you put together, and you're about to push it out into the world, and you're worried what people might say, if they're going to click on it or click away, if they're going to read it or not. It's really, really important that you share your blog post link with the rest of the world, no matter if anyone reads it or not. It has to do with signals and backlinking to your blog post. So even if it feels weird, I just want you to do it. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how to actually make money from your blogs. Yay! If you're excited about this video and this Get Started Blogging Challenge, my 7-day series showing you how to start a blog from start to finish, step by step, and get everything set up so you don't have to worry about anything. You're not ever going to think it anymore. Let me know by dropping a comment below. Let me know what questions you have. If we haven't officially met, I'm Blogging Brandy. If you missed any of these episodes, don't worry. I've put them in a playlist that you can pick up in the description below this video, as well as on my website, borntoblogclub.com, and there's a download and a little checklist for you to follow along that you can make sure you're not missing any of these episodes. Go back, rewind this if you need a little bit of a reminder. Check out the other videos in the playlist, as well as hitting the like button below, subscribing to my channel, and tapping that bell icon so you're notified when I publish the next video. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Love you.